Yeah, I know. I haven't done a show on this in a while, guys. In a while, but I've been doing wrestling streams. What's up, guys? AW here in order. I hope you're all doing good, man. On this, yeah, we're gonna get this before Raw starts, man. Hour 20 minutes, man. Raw starts on Netflix, guys. As you know that, pretty sure you know that by now. Yeah, that's what the plan is. And Finbar Entry's here. Welcome, Finbar, to the show. How are you doing, man?
Not bad. In honour of the TNA World Champion.
TNA World Champion.
Say his name and he appears.
Nah. I'm sorry, guys.
And he did look, there's Jan, right there.
Yeah, he did win. He is a champion. Fortunately, he beat an actual WWE champion. All right.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, guys. Huh. So Finbar, it's good to have you here. We're a Royal Rumble week.
Good to be here. You sound low energy, Aaron. How are
Oh,
you
I'm sorry.
over the cold?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm getting to the end of the cold, but yeah, I'm gonna try my best. I could ramp up the energy. Don't worry. But we're Royal Rumble week. Royal Rumble week. We're just 5 days away, not 6 days. 5 days away to Royal Rumble, and things are starting to heat up. For Royal Rumble, I think there's only 3 matches confirmed for the Rumble. The Rumble matches, and I think the Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens match is the only match confirmed right now for the Royal Rumble. It's probably a very light card because the Rumble matches are going to be long as always, because obviously 60 minutes, because 30 entries revolves around 2 minutes each, so it's going to be an hour long for each Rumble, obviously. But yeah, we're so what we're going to do on the stream, we're going to definitely look at Saturday's main event, right, Finbar? Look,
Yeah,
I actually thought the Saturday's main event was actually a better one show than the first one.
An addition, DIY or challenging Motorcycle Machine Guns are challenging DIY for the tag titles as well in the Rumble.
Okay.
That was announced on
Okay.
SmackDown.
But yeah, and obviously we're going to talk some transfer movement. We got some changes we got some switches from who's going to Raw, who's going to SmackDown. Some pretty big moves. If you watch SmackDown, we get some pretty big former champions got moved.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk some also non-wrestling in-ring news, off-ring news. Like Jordan Grace officially signed with WWE. We're going to talk some, I don't know, drama with a certain reporter that's to do with Britt Baker picking up bullshit about Britt Baker and stuff with AEW. Also, what else? What else is there to talk about? Oh, Alexa Bliss situation. And Asuka possibly coming back. She's ready to come back. There's no plans. We talk about Charlotte Flair coming back. She is coming back. We have a date for Charlotte Flair. We'll talk about that. And we see things headed. The thing is, I really think the Saturday's main event was a better one show than the first one. I think they've moved some stuff out compared to the first one. It felt more like a SmackDown than the past first one. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Okay.
It felt more house showy than the first one, though.
I don't know. Some segments on this show didn't feel house showy at all. I mean, there's some 2 big segments that I think I want to get into. I mean, the Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu was really not a match.
No.
And I'm sorry, Red, but the Tony Storm Riot segment is not better than Jacob Fatu what he did to Braun Strowman, man.
But it's a completely different type of segment. I've seen the one you're talking about, but saw clips of that on Twitter. So
Yeah,
she's going back to that fifth. I don't know what was she supposed to be, some kind of 1920s actress.
yeah.
She's looking thick, man, compared to what she was like in WWE. She's put some
She's
weight on.
always been known to have like a thick butt, like everybody, like right,
She's
like
bigger
bigger
now
butt.
though. Not
Yeah,
that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying she.
there's nothing wrong with that, of course. But let's get with it. The first match was Nia versus Rhea, right?
Yeah.
And that match was actually not that bad. Yeah, but Rhea got the win here. I actually thought this is actually one of the rare occasions of Nia's one of her better matches.
Yeah, it was less botchy than her
Yeah,
matches usually are,
yeah, it was
and
less
less
botchy.
dangerous.
Maybe it's because she didn't, but she wasn't in the. Maybe it's because she wasn't in the ring with smaller opponents. I mean, Rhea's a smaller Nia, but like Rhea's a tank compared to most other women on the roster.
Yeah.
So maybe it's because she wasn't dealing with some women wrestlers that are faster and like are more like I don't know technical, athletic in the ring compared to Rhea. Like Rhea's athletic herself, but you get the idea what I'm talking about, right? Like pace, the pace of their opponent is different,
Yeah.
right? Uh, and Rhea got the win here. I mean, Rhea's strong, no doubt about it. And yeah, she's able to powerbomb Nia. We saw these smaller women try to powerbomb Nia, but Rhea, look at her. You're showing, look at her, look at her. Of course, she'll be able to powerbomb Nia, and she got
Yeah.
some win here. She got some win here, I guess. And now since that, Nia, since she's lost, she said she's declared for the Royal Rumble. Okay.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about with feeling house showy. She declared herself for the Rumble before that match at Saturday night's main event. It telegraphs the finish. I think Jay did as well, right? Before the Gunfer match. He declared.
Yeah. But
So
the thing is, it has been champions in the Rumble before.
yeah, I get that, but this isn't. I think the way Triple H is running it, he's going to clean it up a little bit, so it's not like that anymore. That was the past. It felt very haphazard when they done that. You know when Brock went into it? Remember he got eliminated by Drew
Yeah,
that
but
year.
with Drew McIntyre, yeah.
It was like there was two titles at the time, right? There was a Universal title as well at the time. He was
Yeah,
WWE
yeah.
champion. If he'd
Yeah.
won that, so he would have just challenged for the Universal title. That was the plan, or was he just in that match to retain his title, to try and defend his title?
Yeah, he says he basically said there's nobody that's worth his time, so he's gonna enter the Rumble.
And then he would have challenged for the other belt.
Yeah, possibly challenge for the other belt. Yeah.
But I remember another one where I think Roman was a champion going into it, and he had to defend his title from number one.
That was years ago. Yes.
Yeah, so it should
It
never.
was a championship match.
Yeah, they should
It
never
was
do
a
that.
championship Rumble. Yeah.
The Rumble should always be the winner gets the champion of their choice, and it should be the main event. It should be the last match on the card at Mania.
That's
as well.
the one Triple H won.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then Roman faced him at Mania, right?
That was a bad Mania, man. That was
They
a bad
built a
Mania.
lot of bad Manias when they were trying to push him as a babyface.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of bad.
It's different now.
matches
It's gonna be
involved
different
in
now with this Roman Reigns when he's a babyface in Mania. It's different.
that. Yeah, but he's not going to win it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think so. I mean, this Rumble is like going to be stacked, especially at the top.
Yeah,
But yeah, like
we'll get to that.
then the next match was what was the next match? Shit.
This one had four. Is there 4 matches in the
Yeah,
card?
4 matches.
It was Oh, so LA Knight beat Carmelo Hayes. Was that off
No,
TV?
that was a smack. No, what was the next one? Oh, I had the pictures.
It was Braun Breaker v Sheamus.
Oh, Sheamus. Yeah. Oh, here's the thing. I like 2 of these guys, but there were some miscues on the spears. Sheamus did not take the spears well. Like he kind of wasn't really. He kind of wasn't prepared for the spears. He didn't take them well.
I think he's lost a lot of he's lost a lot of mobility since he came back. Because he came back quite overweight as well. I know.
There's times he was holding his arm after getting speared. You don't hold your arm after getting speared. You know, you hold your stomach, right? Like you saw your stomach, right?
He may have genuinely hurt his arm.
Yeah, it's possible. That's the, and I know the story going is, oh, Sheamus has never won an Intercontinental title. Okay, like okay, but this guy's like won a couple championships, tag team titles, U.S. title. I mean, it's not like he should be like Intercontinental titles like being it's like being demoted because he's already been champion a couple times.
It is if you don't have the desire to become a Grand Slam champion, which you would need to win it to become one. Anything they
Yeah,
made up. I don't know if they made this up or not, but Sheamus is saying that he dreamed of being the IC champ. I think
yeah.
they've just said like let's add a bit of that in to make it sound like you really want this title. But he'll probably win it at Mania, and it'll have to be this Mania because he's getting really old, man, and
He's in his 40s.
he's not got long left.
I mean, he's been known to have
He's 46.
he's been known to have like lots of
Neck problems.
neck problems. Yeah, for sure.
It's time for him just to be able to go away and drink Guinness as much as he wants.
But I like Braun Breaker, man. I think he's he's getting way to the next level. I think he's on his way there. I think he's a future champion. I think he's a future
World
champion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
world
you hear?
champion.
Did you hear Jesse Ventura burying his dad?
Yes, he buried the Steiners.
2 + 2 = 5.
Yes. Oh yeah, Justin Ventura was a commentator for that match,
That's right, yeah.
right? And it was burying.
Yeah, he came down to the table.
Braun. But he's supposed to be the heel.
Yeah, well, he was heelish, right?
But why would he bury Brock and Breaker if he was the heel? Like,
Maybe he just genuinely dislikes the Steiners.
it was also like Ted DiBiase was in the crowd, right? He didn't show him that match, but Ted DiBiase has a connection to the Steiners back in WCW.
Oh, Hacksaw was there as well. There was a few of them there.
Hacksaw, yeah.
No Hogan.
Ted DiBiase, no Hogan, family commitment. So apparently the family commitment was that his son was getting married.
All right, okay, sure.
Sure.
Usually, it's like that. Make sure you put
brothers.
that.
I can't make it to the brothers. My son
Make sure you
getting
put
married.
that wedding. Put that wedding on Saturday night's main event. I don't want to go, brother. Don't work for me, brother.
Don't work for me, brother.
You're gonna boo me.
Brother. Yeah, and then they had they also had they always have that fat comedian. I forget his name, Gabriel Iglesias. They always show him. Stop. He's not that popular anymore. Okay, like stop. And I like the SmackDown when they had Matthew McConaughey. Oh man, I wish Matthew McConaughey got the Kevin Owens got in front of Matthew McConaughey's face because Matthew McConaughey's a huge wrestling fan, right?
Yeah.
And he talked trash in front of Matthew McConaughey. I thought Matthew McConaughey.
Owens is good. I really like Owens when he's not like a shit heel. When he's just like a funny heel, he's the best.
I think the thing is, he's a shit heel and a funny heel at the same time, which is good.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, it's true because he's a bit of a like when you look at the stuff he's done recently, some dastardly shit he's done.
Yeah. I love the interaction he had with Matthew McConaughey or whatever. I just love how Jimmy Uso just his music hits on SmackDown, and Kevin was like, "What do you want?" And Jimmy was like, "You just need to shut up." He starts hitting, and he just punches him. It's funny, but the thing is, why are we talking about Kevin Owens now? Because we got the contract signing. Oh, and I knew this was going to try to go off the rails. It had to go off the rails. So we finally got the contract signing, right? Cody and Kevin Owens, moderated by the heartbreaking Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, who's looking fucking. He can't move. He
looks old.
Yeah. Well, he is old, but I mean, he can barely. His legs are all bowed as well, and he can barely walk.
If I was like this on my predictions for the show, I'm like, yeah. So they got Nick Aldis who can't handle them. Right, they got these other agents who can't handle, but then get Shawn Michaels handle them. Like Shawn Michaels is smaller, so the other guys who couldn't handle them.
Yeah.
Right? Shawn Michaels is not a big guy. Never was.
I wouldn't have really. Oh, it's because was it in San Antonio, Texas? Is that
right?
Yeah. Right, okay, it made sense. So I was like, I was wondering why he's not really known as a Saturday Night's Main Event guy, is he? It's more of like
he wrestled. He might have wrestled in the early '90s ones as the Rockers, maybe. And he also wrestled in the mid 2000 ones.
Of
The
course,
mid
they
2000s.
revived it. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's why. But I mean, I like how they got their shit off. Kevin Owens, I like Kevin Owens. I mean, like I like this version of Kevin Owens, and he's not wrong in some sense. And I just like how he goes after Shawn Michaels and tries to like powerbomb Shawn Michaels.
Well, you'll see this. This is the thing I like about now that Vince is fucked off, right? Is that there is always a why. Like, why
Yeah.
is he? Why is he turned? Why is he doing this? Like back when it was Vince, it was like they would turn and they would never reference the fact that they'd turned heel
Yes.
or
Yeah.
face, and they would just forget. It was insulting the fans' intelligence, and they would just expect the fans to accept it. But what the way it is now, even when they turn heel or face, people still reference what they were like when they were heels or faces before. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's always a reason why they've done it, why they've turned. So
Frog versus
it's better now, isn't it?
Frog versus Tiffany. I'm just reading that. But yeah, you're right. You're right. But I like his. I mean, I like this more and more, and I like how he tried to went after Shawn Michaels, tried to powerbomb him. I did not. I didn't see him getting super kicked. I did not see him.
Uh, you
I
didn't you
thought
didn't you didn't see him getting super kicked.
I did not picture. I actually thought he was going to
You
actually
didn't picture it,
powerbomb,
right?
like
Okay.
actually go through with it. I
Yeah,
will. I'd
I
rather
don't.
see that.
I don't know, man. It's
But then again, if he did powerbomb Shawn Michaels to the table, Cody Rhodes would not just go after KO. Triple H will take off his headset backstage, the grill, and be like coming after KO, too.
yeah,
Like, right?
yeah.
Like,
Who's that guy that sits next to him in Gorilla? Do you know?
oh,
Is that Lee Fitton? Is that guy? Because
he's
at
not
the end,
anymore. I think he's gone, right?
who?
When the guys, I think Lee Finn is gone. I don't know.
No, his name still comes up as a producer at the end of the show.
Oh,
I think that might be him that sits next to him. Because I didn't know who he was. I thought at first it was
Joe Henry should be eliminated by R-Truth
no.
because that's Joe Henry's. That's Joe Henry's
Joe
potential
Hendry should
in
win the
WWE.
Rumble and unify the
If Joe
TNA.
Henry went to WWE, Joe Henry's potential is R-Truth.
It should
You have to
be
get with.
no. It should be Hendry wins the Rumble, unify, and then goes and faces Cody. So it's Battle of the Blondes, and he unifies both titles.
Because Joe Henry, if he went to WWE, he has to get with that music and he has to switch his gimmick around because that gimmick has no main event potential in WWE. I'm sorry, or
No.
even mid card potential.
They'll do
It's
something.
like I'm saying this with a. I'm not trying to be mean. It's like Zack Ryder WWE potential.
Nah, more over than that.
Okay, R-Truth, happy.
More over than R-Truth.
Yeah, but R-Truth is a champion, multiple tag team champion. I think one of their college champion. Like R-Truth is based on high profile stuff. R-Truth is funny, man. And I think in R-Truth is all natural, man. His stuff, his jokes, the stuff he comes up with, that's not scripted. It's all him.
I think the reason why he kept his job for so long is because he made Vince laugh, right?
I think it makes
That's what he
everybody
said.
laugh backstage, honestly. The guy made Brock Lesnar lose it.
There was
If you
a
make,
picture of him today,
if you can make
family reunion with Cody and his wife, right?
R-Truth,
Yeah, did you see it on Twitter?
oh, I gotta see it. Like R-Truth made Brock Lesnar laugh. If you can make Brock Lesnar laugh, you're doing something right, right?
Yeah,
I gotta see this.
Brock's miserable. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know
he
how-
goes by Juan Killings, right? He goes by his real name. Okay.
Yeah, he was Ron the Truth Killings in TNA,
Yeah.
and he won the NWA World Heavyweight title.
Family reunion. Yeah, I just saw that.
You see it? Maybe fucking Cody's face.
He's like, what the fuck? Get out of here. He's like, get the hell out of here. That's Cody's daughter, right? Wife? Yeah, he's like, get the fuck out of here.
Right, I'm fixing it for Jan because Jan wants him to be represented. It's TNA.
Oh my god. And then after that contract signing, moderated by Shawn Michaels, we were supposed to get Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fat too, but that really didn't turn out all too well for Braun Strowman. He got to shit BL Jacob Fat too, and I love this because finally we're seeing Jacob Fat to unleash instead of being a bitch. Yes, I said bitch to Social Club because the only thing he said to Social. The only thing he said when he was in the Social Club blog was like, I love you, my tribal chief. I love you, my tribal chief. I love you, my tribal chief. That's all he said. I see the belt. Right? My Finn Balor, all he was a bitch to Solo Sikoa, right?
Yeah.
Like the whole time. And I'm starting to see him like, and we're like, this guy's a monster. Like, right? Everybody's like, this guy's a monster. He's a beast. I'm like, but he's a bitch too. Finally, with Solo Sikoa walking out, we're finally seeing what Solo Sikoa unleashed on his own, and we're starting to see him talk more. He's talking more, and he's not just seem like a follower. He seems like somebody like you should be really scared of. Scared of. It's like he doesn't seem dumb, right? Because when he doesn't seem dumb, and it clearly shows that beat the shit out of Braun Strowman. I'm thinking this. I'm gonna say this right now. He has more main event potential than Solo Sikoa because
Oh, 100%.
yeah,
He's
like,
going to be fucking superstar. He's not got yellow teeth, red. They're gold. He's gold teeth. He thinks his teeth are rotten.
yeah, like this guy is a monster. I mean, like, look, you know what? Finally see him talk. He's not bad right now. He's not bad.
No.
Right?
Has he ever been pinned? I don't think we've seen him pinned yet, have we?
Not pinned. And also, this guy is amazing in the ring. Like, if I had to say, like, who out of that bloodline, who's going to be world champion, whether on both brands, it's going to be Jacob Fatu, not Solo Sikoa. Jacob Fatu is the start out of this whole bloodline shit. They're making it, okay? This guy is a monster, like, right now, and you're seeing it, And I honestly don't really want the Guerrillas of Destiny to be with him. I think he should be on his own. I think.
Yeah, he should be solo, but he's not with the Guerrillas of Destiny at the minute. He's only with Tamatonga because the other one's...
Yeah, because the other one's hurt. But like, when he comes back, that one, I think he's better off going on his own, solo. You know.
Like, yeah, I think they'll keep them together until they resolve what they're doing with the bloodline. Because I'm not really known. I don't understand what they're doing now.
Yeah, like what's Solo now, right? Because obviously Jacob and the other one felt betrayed when Solo basically walked down that SmackDown like a week ago. It's not this SmackDown, but the SmackDown the week before, right? They felt betrayed, and Jacob Fatu was like, Jacob Fatu was shocked, puzzled for a minute. Then he got over it like in a second, and he started to
just share that real quick, just to prove to Red, gold, man, like. Gold
it's gold. It's
because he has real teeth under that. Like he takes that.
What's it called? What are they? Grills.
Yeah. Just gold plating.
Yeah.
Not that I don't really care that he is a bad.
This guy, like Umaga. They're all kind of related. Umaga's related to him, but Umaga, like how Umaga got pushed at times, but was never champion. This guy is like a better version of Umaga. And since he's more athletic and more of a better, right? He's a savage. I mean, I'm saying savage in a good way here because savage is always been perceived as bad. But I'm saying he's like Umaga is perceived as a savage in the ring. This guy is savage in the ring, but he can talk and he's more athletic. He has he's a better version of Umaga. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Umaga had that guy as his mouthpiece. That.
Yeah, Umaga never talked. Yeah.
And when he did, it was like he was speaking gibberish or foreign language.
I don't know if Samoan speaks sounds like.
But he was also kind of ruined because we already saw him as one of the 2 3-minute warning guys. It wasn't like he was.
Yeah.
He did that with Albert as well. Remember, they repackaged him because he went to Japan. Did they think this is another thing as well? They think you're a fucking idiot that you don't recognize these people, and then the commentators don't put it over like they were, like they used to be somebody else.
It's like. Like for example, if Nick Nemeth appears at NXT, they're gonna call him Nick Nemeth or Dolph Ziggler. Like he would have to think his place himself, right?
If he comes back to NXT, he'll be announced as Nick Nemeth because he's a TNA contracted wrestler.
But at WWE, they could still. I mean,
they're not going to call him Dolph Ziggler on WWE TV. They're going to call him Nick Nemeth. Trust me, because TNA will insist that they use his current ring name, which is his real name.
He'll be accidentally calling Dolph Ziggler. I guarantee.
Yeah, they could do. But I mean, I think it's getting to the point now where they understand that they can the fans are in on it. These are obviously ring names, most of them, because they did it on the main roster when what's his name, Michael Cole was talking about Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He said Colby Lopez or whatever his real name is.
That's Kobe
When Seth
Lopez.
Rollins was a young Colby Lopez, it was when he was facing Punk because he was a kid and he idolized him. So
Oh yeah.
they're just letting you in on it now. They're just
Oh
pulling the curtain back and letting you come in. I
yeah.
like that. I think it's cool.
I'm glad we're seeing more of Jacob Fatu instead of him being a follower. Like he's starting to lead because they WWE knew they had something there. The fans knew. The fans know. Like this guy is
Yeah.
just more than just
All
an
it's going to take,
enforcer.
all it's going to take is Tama Tonga to pick up an injury, and you'll get your wish that he'll go solo.
I want him to go solo because the guy can talk, man. The guy can talk too. Like, and he doesn't need to be one of those guys who could cut a long promo because he doesn't seem like the type. I think
I don't think he can. I think his
yes.
promos are all quite
And then you know what?
samey.
That works for Roman. Roman is not a guy who cuts a long promo, right?
No, he isn't, but he can. I don't think Jacob's got a lot to say. Like he can shout and scream and say the same buzzwords,
And
but it's the same ones he keeps on saying.
then
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
then the next match was the main event basically. And I like Jey Uso and I like this shit, but I think he has to take things a lot more serious. I'm sorry. Him going in the crowd with the crowd doing all that shit is all cool. But when he gets a promo with Gunther, promo battles with Gunther, I know he's being his personality himself, but like, come on, man. Like, it's coming off like you don't care as much as Gunther.
I don't think it's ever going to change that one because that isn't his
Yeah,
character.
but but I know in wrestling, people will be there's gonna be people say, but that's who he is. I'm like, yeah, but this is fucking Gunther, man, fucking Gunther, and Gunther has lost to two people since the main roster. And obviously he's lost other matches, but he was not pinned, right?
Yeah,
Lost to two people.
he's been seen by two.
Sami Zayn, right?
Yeah,
And not Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, right?
yeah.
Clean. Sami Zayn got a clean win with the hood of Cody Rhodes got a clean win, but wasn't exactly with a finisher. It was with a type of pin. I think it was like the roll over thing on a pin kind of thing. You reverse that move and you do the roll over or something. You used to have somebody in a submission, and then the guy who's in the submission move does a roll over or something like that.
That was done to protect Gunther.
Yeah, because he didn't want to take the pin. I mean,
He took the pin, but I mean, it was
because he's champion. One. He's champion. Because because I was thinking but this guy took a clean pin to Sami Zayn, but I guess it's different. I mean, look, if I think we're going with Sami Zayn with Seth Rollins, if Sami Zayn beats Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn deserves to be champion then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Seth Rollins and Gunther is two pretty big people on the pecking pole.
Mm-hmm.
So they come on, let him be champion. Like I think Sami Zayn is champion for a little bit. I don't think it's a bad idea. It's just that Raw is stacked with really good top people in the mid card. Sami Zayn has always been floated as mid card to almost main event card, right? Like it's there, but he's not there. He's always in the middle, right?
That is the problem about when he came out and said it's now time for him to win the Rumble, right? I would have said, yeah, okay, he's gonna make a good shout if it wasn't so stacked, but it is way too stacked.
Yeah, and that was Cena there. I'm still going with Cena winning it.
I'm starting to think maybe Punk will. I don't know.
I think Seth and Punk.
We've done Saturday night's main event. Do you want to do a quick Rumble?
Yeah, we could talk
section. Right. So
we're gonna do a show. We're gonna do a show, but maybe
we'll do a show for it. But I'll just give you what I think will be the finish to the Rumble. Roman and Punk are the last two in, and Heyman turns on Roman. Not turns on him, but helps Punk win, and that was the favor. Yeah.
So you're going with Punk?
I'm going with Punk, and
I think I would have gone with Punk because I went with Punk last year, but I think Cena's going to win. I just think Cena's going to win. I would win the Rumble because
when's his last pay-per-view? His final pay-per-view?
Well, his final pay-per-view could be like the end of this year if he wants. He's supposed to be a lot of Raws, like a lot of weeks, like 30. He's supposed to be like 30 weeks of wrestling.
Has he not said there was a specific date was going to be his final pay-per-view?
Yeah,
It was so 2025. He said was going to be the end,
I
right? Could be
I
anywhere in
think what's going to
2025.
happen, Finbar, is that I think Cena's going to win. He's going to challenge Cody Rhodes because I don't think he's going for the one on Raw. But I think it's going to be like a friendly rivalry where Cena and Rhodes team up on the way to WrestleMania. Because
Right.
you know wrestling, like WWE. WrestleMania is like the only time when they really do babyface versus babyface for the title most
Yeah.
of the time, right?
Yeah.
And Cena's gonna be either. I do think Cena's gonna be champion, but I don't know if I'm gonna take it from Cody. Um, if you were to face Gunther, I'd rather have him take the title off Gunther and then just lose it very quickly back to Gunther or whatever. But with Cody, I don't know, because to me, if he beats Cody, I don't want Cody to take it from Cena. I think it should be a younger person to take it from Cena.
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to be Cody that takes it back.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, if Cody ever loses a title, it's not going to be clean. I think it's going to be like it's not going to be a clean loss.
Not even to
It's,
Cena.
yeah, not even to Cena. If he loses Cena, it's going to be clean. It's going to be like an FU or something. It's
All
going to be
right.
clean.
It's going to be clean.
Because there's no way. I heard a stupid ridiculous idea for some people on podcasts or on YouTube. You know what? Cena should turn heel for his last year. I'm like, you're not going to fucking turn heel in his last
No,
year.
not his last year.
Yeah. No.
He's not going to win. He's 7. Or how many would it be? 17.
17.
He's not going to win a record-breaking 17th world title while turning heel and then retire.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah, he's not gonna turn heel, guys. Like, come on, like, can we get that out
He's
of the mind?
probably going to get the biggest babyface reaction he's ever had in his career for this last year because people want to see him win that 17th.
And I think he will.
I think he will as well now. I'm starting to come around to that idea, but I just don't think it will be at Mania.
I think
it'll be.
I think we need to do it summertime when Peacemaker is coming out.
Yeah,
Supposed to be coming out in August,
yeah.
right?
I think
What a great way.
Because I think what's going to happen is because he's booked for Elimination Chamber, right?
Yeah, he's
So if
booked
he
for
wins the Rumble, he doesn't need to be in the chamber.
that's a good point.
So I think he's going to fail at the Rumble and he's going to go, right, I need another shot at this now. So he goes to the chamber, and he fails in the chamber as well. And it's like he has to just keep on going, keep trying, and it gets to maybe King of the Ring wins that, and then gets
maybe
shot
wins
at
Money in
SummerSlam.
the Bank because
Or Money in the Bank, yeah.
Because he did win Money in the Bank one time, and he didn't win. When he cashed it, he lost.
Did he? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I was watching then. I was a lapsed fan at the time. But no, what he could do is like fail the Rumble, fail the Chamber, fail Money in the Bank. And he's trying to get
the
all
last
these
day of the year, December 31st.
because he's so far, because he's not a regular wrestler and he's not pinning people. He's so far down the pecking order that he needs to win these guaranteed shots at the title, right? And these are the only ones that get you guaranteed shots.
Like Cena's smart because he knows his acting career is really taken off a few years, so he doesn't really need wrestling. And he's 40, so he's 40 says he was. But guys like Jericho, who he tried to go down that road, but he gets he's like in crappy B movies all the time, shit. So he's like in the he's like close to the 60s, still wrestling, and people are like, we don't like Jericho. People want him to gone, right? They give, yeah, like retire.
You're not fucking commentary. Yeah, he should go into commentary.
Yeah,
I saw a clip of that match he had with the bald one from the Revival.
Oh,
did you see the spot? Did you see the ref spot?
Cash Wheeler is that him?
Have you seen it? Did you see it, Aaron? No?
Yeah.
Right. And we've got this guy in chat, Red, talking about how good AEW is. And that's going on. Come on, man.
The only good thing about AEW right now, in my opinion, is Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega teaming up.
Will Ospreay is great, man. I wish
he would. Omega. Both of them are great.
Yeah, Omega's great as well. But I think they've dropped the ball with Okada. I don't know why they've got one of the best.
Yeah, definitely dropped the ball with Okada.
But it's because of them pricks, fucking the Young Bucks, man. They had him come in as he comes in and they two get him to be a lackey.
Yeah.
The fuck do they think they are? These fuckers, man.
Yeah.
They two are the worst thing that's happened to that company. If they two weren't there, that company wouldn't be in as much of a shit state it's in. I don't
I
think.
agree. Look,
But
Red is getting
they need to get
bad.
rid of Punk.
Oh,
They
can
need
you
to
imagine
make,
if Punk is seen on WrestleMania? They're not going down that road, but
I
I'm.
don't. I honestly don't see. I put money on Cena not winning the Rumble,
I
man.
guarantee you 100. I'm going to say 100%. I'm going to. This is 100% guarantee. I guarantee the Rumble, Punk, and Cena will have a stare down.
Maybe, yeah. And I think Punk will eliminate him.
Maybe.
I honestly think Punk's going. This is where the favor is going to come in. Because how much longer can that go on? Like
Yeah.
that favor hanging over him, and this is the opportune time to do it, and it's the opportune time to turn Punk heel.
I don't know. He's too over right now as a babyface. That's the
But
problem.
if he does that and then challenges Cody,
The thing is, Punk is too. The problem is, Punk is so good as a heel and a face, but he's so. Even when they turned him heel years ago, I think it was the wrong way. Like, Punk is too over to be a heel.
it's
And I think
fine though. But it's
I think
okay to
Seth,
be an over heel.
I think Seth Rollins is turning heel.
I don't know. Don't know about that.
I do. With the Sami Zayn shit, him as having emotional issues over CM Punk. I see sign.
But again, like Seth was right about all that.
Yeah.
The thing with Roman, like nobody should be helping Roman Reigns for fuck's sake. Anybody that is helping him is an idiot at the
But
moment,
many
right?
times, yeah, that's true. But this is the same guy who stabbed Roman in the back years ago. So,
Yeah,
do you trust Seth Rollins too? Like,
yeah. But that's all. Like the payback has already happened because of Mania 40. Remember
yeah,
where he hit him in like the same way, and he landed on the ropes the same way as what Roman did.
yeah.
That was some expert storytelling, but I don't see him turning heel at this point. I think he's. I think he's. I don't really think he's got much left to do with Punk, to be honest.
I think
Because
his
I
move
think
of
Punk's focus will be on Mania.
Punk's focus is on Mania. It's just that Seth is like a cockroach.
Yeah, but I see them coming back to that when Punk's a heel with the title. You know, like the
The
what
thing
WWE.
is, I think they moved it definitely a different direction for Punk and Seth because they're. I think they're still going, but the thing is, they're going to move a different direction because otherwise they wouldn't do that Netflix show, the main event. I think there's
Yeah.
something else for Punk at WrestleMania. Punk is not wrestling Rollins at WrestleMania.
No, that's not happening. It's not. The thing with Roman, all unforgiving Roman, is retarded. Red. I'll agree with that, but like, so what I've noticed with him, right, and it's like if you didn't have the pop that he gets from the crowd, you wouldn't really know if he was a heel or a babyface. He doesn't act babyface-ish.
No,
Because
and
he's
I think
to get his power back, and he doesn't.
Punk.
You know, when he was in the War Games, he wasn't playing ball with Punk, and
Oh, woman,
he doesn't
yeah.
act like a fucking babyface. He still acts
Thing
heelish,
is,
but the crowd are popping for him, which is pushing him into babyface territory.
that could work as a babyface. Like some people, I mean, he had to tweak a little bit stuff to be a babyface, but most of the stuff that he was heelish. But right,
Hmm.
but yeah, like it could work.
Like he's not even apologized to any of them, right? Like,
no. I don't want him to apologize. This is fucking
no, I
wrestling.
don't either because it's not his character. It was even as a face, it's not his character. So don't do
And
it. Like,
fucking wrestlers should not apologize. Fuck that.
Roman should always believe he's above everybody. That's his.
Well,
That's
Punk believes the same thing. Most wrestlers believe they're always above somebody, right?
But I mean, arrogantly. I know Punk does as
Yeah.
well.
Here's the thing. Sometimes, yeah, woman is different. Yeah, woman in that case. Like, definitely the Attitude Era, they all believe they're above somebody. But now, most baby faces are like, yeah, man, you could do this. You could do this. You're good. You could go out there and win that title. It's like, come on, you want to win the title. Be honest.
Yeah. If you're talking about in the War Games match, Bailey and Io never had any friendly interaction. If you watch, I know they were in the same team and they were both in the babyface camp, but they were not. They made. I think they made sure not to have them cross over like that. They weren't even sat together at the press conference.
Who?
Bailey and Io, because they were against each other at Mania. Like
Yeah, they were.
Neil turned on Bailey, right? And then now they're both baby faces, and they were in the War Games match together, but there was never a reconciliation or an explanation for why they were happy with each other. But they never really were. They didn't really. They should have addressed it, but they didn't even. They didn't even have them stand
That's
next to each other.
true. And they're on the same brand now because Bailey's on Raw now, and so
Yeah.
is Damage Control, right? Damage Control.
Yes, she's on her own now because Dakota's out with a concussion.
Dakota's always out with some sort.
Yeah, she's fucking injury prone, man. And I think
Kyrie saves out.
Kyrie's out. I think Asuka's ready to come back though, right? But I wouldn't bring her back as part of that faction. I'd bring her back solo.
Like, Dakota's like the most injury prone woman in the history.
I don't know about the saving her from a beatdown. I don't know if it was like. Are you talking about it was a big melee with all the women? Because if that's the case, it's not really all saving her, is it? Click that link, Red. Get in here. Defend AEW's honor.
We gotta go in 40 minutes anyway. Well, we'll end a little bit earlier so we could go set up the live stream of Netflix Raw. And I really hate the in between SmackDown and NXT Netflix shit. With a fucking lame ass music.
You know, how do you watch it? You got a smart TV?
Yeah, I got smart TV.
So when those break bits come, I usually have it on my phone because I'll be at work watching it the following day, catching up. Right? You can't skip those breaks on your phone, but you can skip them on the TV and you can skip them on your PC if you're watching on a computer.
Yeah, you can. But on your phone, you can't. That sucks.
You can't do it on your phone.
It's annoying as shit. The music's annoying as shit.
Yeah.
It's
something. I don't know what it is because it's a Netflix app on iOS. They need to fix that because it's going to drive me fucking insane. Because I have to watch it like that, or I don't even really watch it. I have it on at the side while I'm working. It's doing my head in.
It's annoying as fuck, man. I know, right? So we do have some movement of last week. Definitely, yeah. We mentioned Bailey's on Raw. Bailey's on Raw now. I think that's going to happen. We saw a couple of weeks ago, or was that Netflix show, wherever she was talking to Adam Pearce, and yeah, that was pretty obvious that Bailey's probably moving to Raw. So she's moved to Raw. SmackDown's getting David Priest and The Miz and the Wyatts. Raw's also getting Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Who else are they getting?
I can't remember.
Oh yeah, that's a.
How long is this transfer window open for anyway?
I have no idea. They never said. They never said how long the transfer window's open. I mean, like, that's what I've been wondering. Finbar. What? Like, seriously?
I think they should just have it open all year and just have random transfers throughout the year. That would make more sense.
Fuck the draft then. There's no point having a draft again, right?
I mean, you could have a draft, but just have the odd transfer every now and again. They can't just freely float between brands, but they do that anyway.
Oh, she does have a match on NXT, Bailey, against Moxley Perez. She's a tag team match, right?
Well, it's I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that is right. Showing up on NXT is nonsense.
Yeah, well,
because it's not developmental; it's considered a brand in itself.
I think Moxley Perez could be in the Rumble because there's nothing really for her to do in NXT. That's the reason why they have Bailey there.
She'll be called up.
Yeah, because Bailey is definitely like.
I think Trick will be in the men's as well.
Trick, to me, Trick is. I don't think he's going to be anything special on the main roster. I just don't see it. He's good in the ring, but everything else, I just don't see like how.
He's going to be mid card for a long time just because of who's at the top. There's too many at the top.
Yeah, look at Carmelo Hayes right now. Like Carmelo Hayes is getting. He's always he's losing all the time.
Carmelo Hayes is a small guy. And he's not. He's good, right? But he just doesn't. He's not imposing. Trick is.
Yeah, but Carmelo Hayes is better than Trick in the ring, and he has a better overall character.
There's a position on that on the card in the main roster at the minute where Carmelo Hayes and Roddy and LA Knight and all them are all occupying at the moment, and it's just fucking like a death. It's just a career killer where they are at the moment.
I honestly want
Alistair Black's going to end up there as well.
I want Damien Priest to take the title from Shinsuke, and then I want Jacob Fatu and Damien Priest to go at it. And that's where
The US title.
The US title.
You want Damien Priest to win the US title?
Yeah, you know,
that's a step down for him.
Yeah, but it's Cody. You're not gonna have Damien Priest win from Cody, right? Unless he turns.
Well, he did say to him on that last.
Yeah, it's so funny. They're like cool. Remember a year ago they were a War Games match together? It was the day CM Punk returned and they were in a War Games match against each other.
Yeah.
It's amazing wrestling. Oh, you beat the crap out of me a year ago. Oh, we're cool now.
Well, I mean, there's been more of that going on than.
Can you imagine if Batman beats the crap out of Joker, and then a year later it's like the Joker and Batman are friends? Like
That's gonna happen.
That's why I fucking hate when people say wrestling. Oh, wrestling is like comic books. No, it's not fucking not like comic books. Comic books, bad guys and heroes and villains don't switch sides every few years.
They do sometimes.
So yeah, but not like Batman doesn't go villain, for like 5-6 years. He always stays a good guy, right? Super, there's some villains that stay on the line, and some heroes stay on the line, but it's not like they always turn heel and always turn face,
Yeah. There's less face and heel turns in comic books than there is in wrestling, yeah.
It's not like I just hate the comparison between the two. It doesn't work.
But it's argued, it's explained in that this is being presented as a sport, and in this sport you're not legitimately trying to murder each other and everybody in the world.
Yeah, that's why I fucking hate death matches.
You're just going after a title. You're just trying to get to the top.
I fucking hate death matches. I don't want a match to call it death match. If it's a death match, the guy should die. I know it's fake, but the guy should be dead.
That was another one. There was the AEW death match where the fucking sprinklers went off.
It's called Last Man Standing.
Yeah.
Seriously. Last Man Standing for the... I mean... I fucking hate death matches.
Hell in a
call it a knockout match. Whatever. I don't know.
That's what they did with that Hell in a Cell that Seth versus Bray Wyatt, and it got DQ'd. It was a DQ.
It wasn't the first DQ in the Hell in a Cell. I'm telling you, it's not the first.
It's not the first.
A year earlier, Roman Reigns had the title, right? He's taking on Braun Strowman. Yeah, take Braun Strowman Hell in a Cell. Brock Lesnar came back and took them both out. It had Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler got involved. They got involved, and the match was thrown out.
Yeah, who had the title going into
Roman.
Roman. What they should have done, because they wanted to keep the title on him, what they should have done is just had Brock come down in F5. The two of them, and then put one on the other.
It was like a week to a month before Roman, had to give up the title because he had his cancer came back. Yeah, it was just before that. I remember that. I'm like, what the fuck?
Just before his ultimate face turn. Because getting leukemia turned him the most facey ever.
Most loved, yes. Yeah. Because you can't boo that. You can't boo somebody with leukemia.
It's like when he came out and announced it, right? He's like, "My name is Joe," and they're going, "Boo!"
I remember reading social media leading up to it. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on with Roman Reigns? Is something serious going on with Roman Reigns? I'm like, serious stuff. I'm like, oh my god, what? I help. And then he comes out like, yeah. And then he comes out, his cancer came back, right? His leukemia came back, and he came up with the title. And you know what the fucking worst thing they did? People give WWE so much shit for is when they turned Dean Ambrose heel on the fucking same night.
Did they?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was weak. I couldn't remember when he turned heel.
It was a night Roman Reigns told everybody he had leukemia.
Right.
And the worst thing was he won the tag team titles with Seth Rollins that night, and then
he turned on Seth.
Thinking, what the fuck are they going to attack? Why would he win the tag team titles and turn heel? What's the point of that? That's stupid.
That was more bullshit Vince booking, man.
Like the hell's that? Yeah. If he was going to turn heel as partner, wouldn't you think you make sure they don't win the titles with him? Not win the title with him?
No, but you think all the way up to that, or they're doing this tonight because they're doing this for Roman. Just to turn around and piss all over the fans.
There was the same owner who decided to continue the show after Owen Hart's death. Right? Yeah. I mean, like, I'm sure. I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure the fans at the Kent whatever arena that was. I'm sure they would understand why they were told to leave because it was. But you know what? The show must go on. You know that saying. The show must go on, even if somebody dies. The show must go on.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I mean. The precedence has been set. You
It's
can't.
like, oh, this actor died on set. Get his body double to replace him and continue filming.
Yeah, and then CGI's face onto the body double.
Yeah. Hey, hey, Robert Downey died on the set of Avengers Doomsday. Get his body double.
They don't fucking need him. They were even when well, he's alive now, but even as a live actor, they weren't using him on set. He was getting his face fucking CGI'd into the helmet, wasn't he?
Most of the Marvel movies were filmed in studio. Like almost
No, they don't
everything.
need to be anymore. They don't need to be.
Yeah. um. Yeah, but the thing is, they Swerve landed on his fucking back on the fucking bricks, right? I'm sorry. I know wrestling's supposed to be staged as fake, but like, come on, you can't. You have to have a bad back from that shit. You'd be paralyzed. Like that's the problem with AEW. WWE does it to an extent. They do such a bad job of selling, getting hit by weapons that you should not be able to recover in 2 minutes from. You know?
Yeah, I think
Like,
the one. Which match was that? Was that the one where he got pile driver on the steps?
I think so. I don't know. Oh,
I don't know who did that to who. I heard there
Will
was a pile
Ospreay,
driver,
Tombstone, Kyle Fletcher,
and the guy kicked out.
onto the steps. Yeah, they kicked out. I mean, I don't know how Undertaker would feel about that. Oh, I know how Undertaker feels because he's old school.
Yeah, he'd be like, "It's bullshit." But they
Yeah.
shouldn't be doing shit like that. That's fucking just making a mockery of it. They're like, "Oh, this guy, he's so tough." No, man, you're ruining it for everybody.
But I know there's some people like, oh, everybody does street shit music now. I mean, yeah, but street shit music is not when he should not be when he becomes a finisher, man. It's not really that special of a kick.
And not only did everybody do it, they do it multiple times in one match now.
Yeah.
Do you remember when a DDT used to be a finisher by Jake Roberts?
But everybody had to make
Everybody
it do a
did a fucking
variation of a
DDT.
DDT now.
Even back then, things like that were good. Like they had that, and they had in Mr. Perfect just doing a suplex was a finisher.
They do that in AEW too. Everybody kicks out of Canadian Store.
Yeah.
And then you got a fucking spear from certain wrestlers that they don't kick out of. I mean, like a spear you should be able to kick out of. Okay, if you kick out of a fucking DDT, you should be able to fucking kick out of a spear. I'm sorry.
Well, if you can kick out of being fucking tombstoned on a steel step, kick out of anything.
Yeah.
Kick out of 10 F5s, man.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know, where's like a
The thing where you see when they get things like that happen to them in a match.
if you get DDT'd, you should be able to kick out of a curb drop. I'm sorry.
No, but
It's the same thing.
There's people that get beat to fuck in a match, right? If you look at that one, I can't remember, Gunford versus Jey Uso.
The main event. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Gunford kicked it.
Good match. Good match. But Jey Uso's always going to be that one. It's always going to come close. There's no way Gunther was going to lose to him.
They made a mockery of his finisher. Well, because he did. I can't remember how he got him down on the floor. How does he set them up for the splash? Whatever it was he does, he set him up for it and he splashed them. And then
I'll say this. I never saw this in a million years because Jey Uso to me was always a tag team. But ever since he broke out and become this main event guy, and I said this a week ago because I thought about this a couple of months ago. This guy's gonna be world champion one day. He's so fucking over right now.
Yeah,
he might be champion one day. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he will be. He'll have to be eventually. Can't get called main event Jey Uso all your life and never.
Oh, he's got main event Jey Uso because he main event WrestleMania, which he lost. The tag team. Remember? Get Sammy KO.
He did. At least he main evented it.
Yeah, I mean, main eventing WrestleMania is a costume in itself, right? But so did the fucking Miz, okay?
Yeah.
Like, who beat John Cena? Right? So his fucking brothers. So like Jimmy Uso.
That
Jimmy
always
Uso
happens.
feels...
That there, what Red's talking about, always happens when it's like brother versus brother. It's always a fucking letdown. The Hardys one was a letdown.
Except Owen versus Brett. Those matches are amazing.
Yeah, because they were good wrestlers though.
And
I
well,
mean, like,
this is not brother versus brother, but they're in the same kind of they're in the same the Hart family, right? British Bulldog and Brett. Yeah,
yeah, they're both dungeon guys, right?
yeah. And Rick and Scott Steiner were pretty good in the ring against each other because they're both very good wrestlers. I mean,
Yeah,
that's when Scott Steiner was like crazy.
yeah,
Like Scott Steiner was legit crazy. Whereas in NWO, got those voids. Yeah, but yeah, Owen and Brett, you could go back and watch. There's two of the best matches. Is the WrestleMania and the cage match. So
yeah. They were
good.
great. They were fucking great together.
Yeah, they. I mean, the thing is, Owen and Brett, not even against each other, but you can watch their matches. They know how to work. Like they know how to make. Like Bret Hart can make a Bret Hart can make a crappy wrestler look good in the ring.
Yeah,
He's one of the few to make Kevin Nash look good in the ring.
yeah. But them two together knew. Must have just been the way they were trained at the dungeon. They knew that they were. I think they must have just been taught the psychology of it all, and knew how to
Exactly.
put a match together and build it. You know.
Exactly, because they weren't the biggest guys, so their moves were not all power, right? They were not about
Yeah,
like a big clothesline or a big body slam or like stuff like that, right? You know the power wrestlers, right? Like the Warrior, Hogan, stuff like that. They're more. They had to be more finesse, more technical, right? And
yeah,
those are usually the better wrestlers, usually.
yeah. I mean, the big ones did. The Von Erichs were big, but they moved quite good like that as well. They were.
Oh, there's some, yeah. There's some big ones, yeah, for sure. I mean, who else? Like, who else was big as athletic? Bam Bigelow was a big guy who was
Well, Brock.
athletic.
It's Brock's one that's big and athletic.
Yeah, Brock is a rarity, right? Like you don't see
Yeah,
big guys like
he's
that.
an anomaly. Yeah,
Yeah. False finishes. AEW does false finishes like all the time. Like AEW is the king of false finishes.
it's. I'm not really being hypocritical because I don't watch it. Like I see clips of it,
It is. It is. It's very
so I
false
don't really
finish
watch
heavy.
it. There's nothing. Do you watch it, Aaron?
Yeah.
AEW.
Yeah.
Is it worth watching or not?
Some stuff.
Because the clips I see, it's like half of it looks dog shit and half of it looks semi interesting, and it just feels like the more people that there's more of an exodus from that company back to the Fed
Oh, there's a lot of
that you
people wanting
see
out of
just tells
AEW
you that
right
there's
now.
not.
Apparently, like Ricky Starks, Miro.
Yeah, that a lot of them are going right. You could
They're
tell
not. No,
something's
listen,
up.
Ray Phoenix is still on a contract, but they want to poor. They didn't want to leave.
Yeah, when Cody went, you could tell something was up.
Oh yeah,
And it's a
things
book.
weren't as smooth as they once were. Because
Yeah,
Cody
and
was
it had to
buddies
be
with
booking.
the elite. Like he was good friends with the elite for a while, right?
Yeah.
Stuffy just I don't know. The relationship soured at some point, I guess. And maybe Cody. You know what I think? I think Cody did not like being management
I
too.
don't I don't even know if it was that. I think he had a problem with the way the company was being run and the way matches were being booked.
Yeah, because
And it was
Cody's very,
because he's come from the WWE system.
and he's a little bit old school too.
But when you think about this, right, he was given that EVP slot there
Yeah.
along with the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and was Hangman one of them as well or not?
Not EVP, but
He had
his buddies
influence,
that
right?
group.
But so Cody's on his own amongst these guys because these guys were never in WWE or they weren't signed long term.
I know Omega was in the WWE system at one point, like
Yeah,
years
they were in.
ago.
They were on. So the Young Bucks were as well. I think they had like a dark
Yes,
match or something. But what I mean is, he's been taught and trained all the way through
I
with the
think the Young
WWE.
Bucks almost signed with WWE like years ago, and they disrespected like Booker T or something like that.
Right. I
The
just think he
Challenger
was.
World Title, come on, man, he beats World Title. Look, no disrespect to John Mox, but he's not fucking Roman Reigns. He's not fucking John Cena. He's not fucking He's not even fucking Drew McIntyre. Okay, he's not even fucking CM Punk.
Is he not like hiding the title inside the suitcase at the moment?
Yeah,
I I don't know, man. It just doesn't appeal to me.
I do like how Kevin Owens did make. I do how that Kevin Owens did hit back at Cody. Said, "You got to leave WWE to make yourself a name yourself," stuff like that.
Do you know what I hope? I hope. Obviously, Cody's going to win the ladder match, right? I hope when he does and he's got both those belts, he goes back to Triple H with the two belts and goes, "Look, I want to combine these," and he makes a new, like a nice updated winged eagle. You know what I mean?
No, he's not.
He's not better
First
than
of
Roddy. Come
all,
on. He's not. He's always been the best member of the Shield. My ass. He's not even.
Roman.
He's not even the
Roman,
top. He's not even in the top two.
Roman's more likable, and Roman's better in interviews. Roman is. I'm not gonna. Roman is definitely the more better looking guy. Definitely, women love him because how good he looks.
In,
He's
in
big.
fact, he's not even in the top three because fucking Chris Hero, who never even really made it into the Shield, is better than him.
I would say that.
I don't
Right?
like him. I don't think he's any good. He's a good worker, I suppose, but I just don't like his promos. His promos are fucking rubbish.
I don't know what the mission is. Seriously,
There is no mission. That's what I mean. They went into this. I don't watch it again, so I don't really know. But what I've heard of it, like I'll listen.
Moxie, the problem. Moxie does every match he has to bleed. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fimber is retarded. That's true, but it's not the argument here.
Okay.
It's not what we're talking about.
All right. What else? Yeah. What else is there? I mean, Jordan Grace is officially signed WWE. She looks like a man. She sounds like a man. What do you think of Jordan Grace?
That's cool. You need monster. You need monster chicks, man.
She's not a. To me, she's not a monster. She's too.
But she's imposing, right? So she's imposing enough that she can go up against like Nia,
boys.
Rhea, Charlotte, the bigger girls. So it's good. I don't know. Do you think she goes to NXT?
I don't
think so,
know. I think she'll
I think
be
she
a
goes to main
spice entry
roster.
in the Rumble.
Yeah, I think she's going to be in the Rumble.
Which wrestler's trying to come back to the Rumble? Former champion AJ Styles. Oh, AJ Styles is trying to get cleared for the Royal Rumble. I feel bad for AJ Styles. Remember he was hurt, then he came back. He came back as a babyface, and he got hurt again.
Yeah, he fucked his ankle right away. And everybody was going to ask to work.
I should laugh.
Everybody's going, it's just a work, and it
wasn't
real.
Nope, it's real. It was real. Why would that be at work?
But people were speculating that it might be a work because it was against Carmelo Hayes, and they wanted to have a dodgy finish.
Every injury now, people they don't know. The thing is, we don't know if it's some injuries at work or not. Because,
not at the time.
We don't know
at the time, we didn't. It was only until later.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, right, there was actually a promo done right after it where Carmelo's like, "There you go," like he's saying to Nick Aldis, "There you go, I've won."
You know if it's a work, you know if the injury is at work or stuff is at work, if the other opponent wrestlers is working on that body part. If they're not, then it's not a work.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
I just think that match itself was a bit. It could have been either. It could have been a work or a shoot injury to me. Just because of the promo that happened after it, Aldis and Carmelo.
Yeah. Oh, it's a spoiler word for Raw. I'm not gonna.
No, don't look at spoilers.
It's not a major spoiler. It's not made that big.
I don't even want to know. Don't even want to.
Oh, you don't want to know? Well, actually, it's short WWE. That's a spoiler.
He will. You laugh, but he will eventually, and they'll reunite the Shield once those
Reed the Royal Rumble. How is Boston Reed going to be in this Rumble? That's a rumor. Oh, Alexa Bliss shit is like Alexa Bliss shit.
Alexa
Bliss shit is like. No, he's not gonna win. Alexa Bliss stuff.
He shattered his fucking ankle.
Yeah. Right? What was Alexa Bliss stuff? Alexa Bliss is supposed to be coming back, right? And then like they pulled her because they're having contract disputes. I'm like, why are they?
I don't know. I don't like the idea that she's got to be in the White Six. I don't think they need her.
Why? It doesn't work. Like I don't want her to go back to that character.
No, and that stable doesn't need another member either. There's too many
Oh,
members in that stable. They're limited to who they can feud with. Do you know what I mean? They have to be like against a stable of another 5 people, and one of them has to be a chick, right? It's like
mhm.
that's why they shoved the Miz into the Karrion Cross stable.
Oh yeah, yes. So the Miz, yeah. Oh, the Miz is the one who got him moved, and then he got moved.
So that is an explanation. So I'll accept that as an explanation because the idea that they got beat last by what's the stable called? Karrion Cross's stable, Final Testament.
Final Testament.
The fact that they got beat by them and then ran away to SmackDown really bothered me because it took away a
Mhm.
lot of their fucking their mystique. You
Well,
know what I mean?
they did a terrible job with
They
keeping
fuck
the
they
rights.
fucking dropped the ball with them big time. What they should have
Yeah.
done, and I'm not. I know there's lots of people at the top at the minute. They should have pushed Bo Dallas to the moon, man. They really
You
should
know what
have.
I felt like? I felt like he just did a favor to Bray Wyatt with no plan in mind. You know?
Yeah, I think because the first couple of times they showed up, it was good, right? Because there was a lot of everybody was
Yeah.
interested in it because it was like a Bray tribute act. But
But
then
I
it was
remember
like they got to go
I
up against
remember
the Gable stable, and then they got to go up against the Final Testament. And now they're going to have to find
yeah.
another stable to go against.
Who has staples on SmackDown like they could go
I,
up
I
against?
say I say they just put them up against the new bloodline.
Yeah, not with Jacob Fatu.
Just
I
have them
mean,
right
they
up at the
lose that.
top.
Like Jacob Fatu against Uncle Howdy. Jacob Fatu wins it all the time. They're not gonna like. They're not gonna. They're gonna push Jacob Fatu over Uncle Howdy. Uncle
Yeah,
Howdy's is unpushable. I'm
but I
sorry.
wouldn't do that. I would have Uncle Howdy pin Jacob Fatu. I
That
would have
probably
him
hurts
pin him,
Jacob Fatu a lot. That will hurt Jacob Fatu a lot.
but I want them to push Bo Dallas to the top.
Yeah. You know what? I think they're not sold on Bo Dallas. I think they just don't see the same thing with Bo what they saw in Bray. Actually, before Bray had to take matters in his own hand, they never really saw what this in Bray much either, creatively, because they
Yeah,
did a lot of changes with Bray before he became up to the Fiend character,
it's true. Yeah, he did,
right?
and he never really because he was always getting injured as well. He was quite injury prone, so he was like never getting a chance to have a run with it.
Yeah,
And he was coming back like, but the good thing with him is he always reached back to the characters he was before,
yeah. With
and
Bray,
that's why this stable that they've
Uncle
got now
Howley,
works.
if Uncle Howley was, dude, if they were crazy enough, they should bring Uncle Howley. They should bring the believe shit from Bob Dallas.
No, fuck that.
Believe.
No, Uncle Howdy is a good thing for him. I just think his stable's too big, man.
What are
Too many
stable?
people.
Nobody that's stable has potential to break out, man, because they're all those gimmicks. I'll say this: there's certain gimmicks in wrestling that don't have potential to move to the next level. Most of them are supernatural characters. Supernatural characters don't really have projection, future projections. Some do. Undertaker. If you really thought the early days of Undertaker, you would think this guy. Yeah, this guy doesn't really have a bright future. You think this guy would be good for 1 or 2 months, but Undertaker survived it. Same with Kane. Most characters like that don't
Mm.
survive. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
they have a lifespan, right?
Taker was I suppose Kane was as well, to an extent exception to the rule that
Him and Kane, yeah,
yeah.
Undertaker and Kane. I would say,
But even Taker, when you think about it, during the Attitude Era, even Taker had to change his character because the fucking supernatural thing wasn't going to get accepted.
he was
So
still
he went biker.
supernatural in a way, but he was more like a Satan he was like more of a devil worshiper, right? The Attitude Era.
Yeah,
And then that got stale, and then he went to like the normal Undertaker, American Badass Taker, which I actually
yeah.
love. I like that version.
That version made sense as an evolution of him.
Yeah. Then he went back to
Then he died. Yeah, then he
the
died.
thing is Undertaker. Like the thing is, the Undertaker character in the mid '90s is amazing how it survived because most of the characters in the '90s were like jobs, right?
Well, he
Those
was
guys
a
are like,
job. Like the idea was he was an actual Undertaker. Just
yeah, because there's such a lot of bad characters in the '90s in WWE. Yeah, they call Plumber, a garbage man, right?
Repo Man.
Repo
IRS.
Man. A lot of bad gimmicks. Undertaker survived because Undertaker, in his earliest, he was just a fucking zombie. All he did was just stand there and take stuff and just
He
be
would
a
take.
zombie. He was a
He wouldn't
zombie,
take stuff. He wouldn't take stuff. He'd take souls.
but he was a zombie, right? Wasn't he basically a zombie in his
I don't
first few
know. I
years?
don't. I'm not sure if they ever said he was,
But he
but
was like because the way he wrestled was like a zombie, right? And then
his
he had to
makeup
change his
was.
style
Yeah,
because
his
that
makeup
didn't
was
work. That
kind of
wouldn't
wrong.
work long term. And then he saw that Undertaker actually could wrestle. He had more in the tank,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like same with Kane. I mean, Kane had a lot of bad gimmicks. Remember Isaac Yankob, fake Nash, fake Diesel.
Yeah, but I mean, they weren't long term things, were they? Yeah, Isaac Yankem lasted a bit longer than I remember it. I think I remember hearing it lasted a few years, right?
I think
Dentist.
1 or 2 years. Then when they but they changed his character, right? Because when Kevin Nash left,
Yeah, they
he
changed it to
still
face.
had the rights to Diesel and Mason Ramon.
Yeah.
Right? They had Kevin Nash. I remember the Kevin Nash and Scott were like, were I remember telling the story how they were back in watching with WCW. I don't know personnel, and they're like, huh? I don't know. And they're like, and they got and they thought and they got they restructured the contract to even get more money after a few months in WCW.
Mm. They did good with that move. Those two fucking cashed in, didn't they?
Oh yeah, WCW was back in the day was giving more money than like you could ask for, man. They were like Eric Bischoff was so fixated. Well, Ted Turner first of all, and Eric Bischoff were fixated to destroy WWE.
Yeah,
And eventually, that bite him in the ass.
it did. Yeah, but they did all right. It was just the way they kept on moving the bookers.
They were winning for like most of the they were on the way. They were on
Yeah,
the
but
way.
they lost. I don't know.
I think what happened
Was it when
was
Eric went? Did Eric Bischoff get fired, and then they started losing?
they started this. Yeah, you know I think what happened when WWE decided we can't go with the shitty kitty stuff. Like it's you have to go more attitude.
Yeah,
In late '97, it went more attitude.
yeah,
It
that's when they
didn't really
lost.
take off from late '97. It took off. I think what happened was Kevin Nash. I think I agree with Kevin Nash. He basically said when they got Tyson, that's when
Yeah,
everything changed.
yeah. Because I remember I was like kind of out of the loop then, and I remember reading that Tyson had signed with him, and I was like, "Was
Yeah.
he going to wrestle?" And this was after the guy being in prison and everything. Like, is he going to actually fucking wrestle? But he never wrestled. It was just a publicity stunt. It was like
I
it
don't
was
want
like
to see
it
SW,
was
man.
like
That's
what
what
Logan
sucks.
Paul would have been had Logan Paul not actually
Well,
been
Logan
good in
Paul's
the
on
ring.
Raw tonight.
Was he?
Yeah. Fuck that guy, huh?
He's declaring for the Rumble, man. You know that, don't you?
Oh,
That's what he's coming on the Raw for.
I remember read a rumor a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago. Maybe possibly Logan Paul versus Gunther at WrestleMania. I'm
He
like,
ain't
oh.
winning the Rumble. They'll rip that fucking stadium apart
Oh my god.
if he wins the Rumble. No
Oh my
way.
god. You know, remember years ago when Roman got booed with the Rock?
Yeah.
I think it would just be as bad as that if Logan Paul won.
But that back then was a tone deaf Vince McMahon. This is not a tone deaf Triple H.
This better not be a tone deaf Triple H, right? Because that would be a tone deaf move.
Of course it would. And I don't think he's done anything since he took over booking that has angered the fans at the end of the show.
Because nobody likes Logan Paul.
No, Logan Paul's going to be good to do spots like what he did with Ricochet when he did that double rope, the jump off
But
the top rope.
I mean, Gunther's going to be the major. Gunther's going to be a major babyface. Anybody who wrestles Logan Paul is a major babyface, whether they're a heel or a face. Right?
Yeah.
Dom Mysterio, who gets mega heat, right? Mega heat from the crowd. They barely let him talk.
He'd be a face.
Yeah, New Day, which is getting the Dom Mysterio treatment from the crowd because they're barely letting them talk. They would get the babyface pop. Like Logan Paul, I'm gonna say this. He's the biggest heel when he ever shows up in WWE.
Yeah.
Because no matter who you put up against, they'll be the babyface. You could put this up against like the most despicable heel in WWE, they would get cheered over Logan Paul. Logan Paul is just naturally disliked. Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just
Like
can't. I can't think of anybody who's universally
Logan,
disliked their entire
Logan
career. There
Paul,
couldn't be
like
anybody.
right from Logan Paul is not getting booze because fans booed or heels because because right fans boo heels but they respect him because it's a deal. So Logan Paul is getting Xbox heat. He's getting
No,
go
I
away
don't
heat.
think so. I think he's getting booed because I think they're buying into it, right? But I think they appreciate that he can wrestle.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I think he's getting
But
major heel heat.
I think they just don't. I just don't think they like him having this really up. I think they don't think he deserves to be like in these big time matches like against Gunther or Roman. Like
Listen, he's good, but he certainly does not deserve to win the Royal Rumble and go to WrestleMania to face Gunther. No
yeah,
way. He's not paid his fucking dues yet.
well, and he mentions that he doesn't care about paying his fucking dues. He just cares about fame.
And that's why he gets that reaction. But he does do things like he's took to this a lot better than most people take to it who are new to it.
Surprisingly, yes. Surprisingly. All right, Finbar, because we got 4 minutes
Yeah,
left.
Raw's coming. Raw's coming.
Yeah, where do we find you?
You can find me. I'll be on Gamble Geeks on Saturday.
All right.
Um, and I don't know when the thing that I was telling you about is coming out. There's a bit of a delay happening. I
Okay.
still don't want to say anything about it until it's all done in the can.
Okay.
You know the thing I'm doing the voice for.
Yeah, I know, I know, I know. Yeah.
I'll have to tell you about it when it's happening because I don't know. I don't know when it's happening. But I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be cool.
Yeah.
I want Degrassi to check it out when it comes out. Degrassi's like a movie guy, and he can tell me
Yeah.
how my
Well, he's
performance
gonna
was.
pop him off for his father. Yeah, his father likes wrestling.
Yeah,
Also, yeah. Later this week, World Rumble predictions.
yeah. I'll probably have to
I
do
mean,
that
of
from the
course,
chat, man.
Red.
I've got to do that from the chat because I'm going to be working.
Of course, yeah, okay. Of course, Red Will Ospreay clears the name of Logan Paul's matches. Like, Will Ospreay's amazing.
Yeah, Will Ospreay's fucking awesome.
Oh, Okada, probably Okada. He's smooth in the
Red,
ring,
we're
but
not, we're not
he
going to
doesn't do
argue
anything. He
with
doesn't
you.
do anything. He doesn't do
We're not
anything
going to argue with
special.
you that some of the greatest wrestlers in the world could wrestle circles around Logan Paul. All we're saying is Logan Paul is taken to wrestling a lot
He's a
better than most.
celebrity that can actually do shit in the ring.
Yeah, but yeah, you won't find me arguing about any of them being better than him because they are.
The same with Okada. I'll just say this: Okada is literally smooth in the ring. He just does the moves that everybody else can do. Doesn't do anything special, in my opinion.
Yeah, but he had a good when he was in New Japan and he was doing when he was a champ. He was doing like the long term story that he had that he was
Yeah,
like breaking his body was breaking down because of the title defenses.
yeah, yeah.
It was good, man. But because it's not weekly TV over there at
And
work,
but yeah, also yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do Royal Rumble. Well, we're gonna do Royal Rumble and then as Finbar said. But Royal Rumble is this Saturday, right?
yeah.
This is not for my channel, but it's for my other channel. 2 weeks. We're doing a it's assumptions, all based on assumption. It's not official because things could change. But I do set up a stream for Super Bowl Sunday because of trailers. Fantastic Four and Jurassic World's in the title, but that's not confirmed. So it's just made now. But if it doesn't happen, I'll change the title. Obviously, I just have it up just in case. That's in 2 weeks, but don't worry
I'm
about
looking
it,
forward to
man.
that Fantastic Four trailer. I need to have the costume change confirmed in it to beat Tony at that bet.
and and you should have and maybe go blinded streaming on Wednesday video games, and he
Oh
does
yeah,
stream Fridays, but all right, I'll let you know. Let
cool.
you know.